My mantra, humble and kind, and it is powered by the smiles I generate from people at all levels of society. Strong encouragement and a dedicated belief in making those smiles happen. A smile can be a pinnacle moment that changes a soul's direction from the darkness of their path. I know because I am one of those souls that was struggling, fought back, and reclaimed my happiness. Wow, look at the camera. Wow, we're a little bit wonky here tonight. There we go. It's Friday night. I'm Aaron Gibson, and welcome to Soul Man Live.
Come on, soul man on the scene. Get those hands up. It's time to raise that roof.
And what do we say when people want to get to know us better? All aboard! Welcome to the Hot Mess Express. Choo choo! No.
I stood alone in the darkest of days, feeling the pain in so many ways. Bloody, broken, and bruised, only to get back up. If it hadn't been for the bad, I wouldn't have had any luck. I've walked through hell and then back again, risking it all for those I call friends. I got a whole heart that I wear on my sleeve, big shoulders I'm not gonna leave. Be that one soul to stand by your side, that one steady constant while others hide. I hear you speak your loudest when you have nothing to say, digging deep, pushing on the new day. Had my heart shattered in a million different parts, building it back up again, only to be broken and return to the start. These scars are my medals of the wars I have won. I have made my way with the energy of a sun. I got a whole cart that I wear on my sleeve, big shoulders I'm not gonna leave. Be that one soul to stand by your side, that one steady constant while others hide. I hear you speak your loudest when you have nothing to say, digging deep, pushing on the new day. I'll admit a narcissist had me a fool. However, here's a life preserver, baby, for the shallow end of the pool. I have worked hard on what I have built, not gonna let you take credit for it. Your heart is empty, blind to guilt. I'm a soul of humble and kind, of which you'll never understand. A heart and vulnerability of a kind and gentle man. pushing on the new day. Please don't mistake my kindness for weakness. I am not alone. An army of those who know my heart, opening their arms as my home. Burn me to ashes, I shall rise again, only to be reborn, a stronger, wiser man. I got a
Can you feel it? The surge, that rush. Oh yeah!
Yo, check the mic 1, 2, eyeball voodoo, hypnotic, exotic, I got you right in my view. Don't act brand new, floors packed, it's true. Pulse quicken, vision thicken, then listen. Eyes on, everywhere I turn, eyes on. Yeah, eyes on, electrifying the night till dawn. Bass drum kick like a cardiac arrest. Sweat drip, ain't no time to rest. Crowd surge, uncontrollable quest. Gaze lock, put skills to the test. Scratches cut deep, feeling blessed. Illuminated, I'm smelling like zest. Electric static, mind acrobatic, automatic. Eyes on,
finally see wolves in sheep's clothing moving deceptively, watching for the opportunity. I'm a ghost now, slipping by inconspicuously, determined and triumphant towards victory. Rise back up from ash, explosively cutting edge like a soul of chivalry. No longer a mystery to they trickery, witchery, forgery, tyranny, artillery, skeevery. I am forged, I am free, fully charged, gladiator at large, in charge, call me Sarge. Eyes on, everywhere I turn, eyes on. Yeah, eyes on, electrifying the night till dawn. Soul Man Live, shout out to all you supporters. Hashtag space for crafts, yo. Peace and keep it luminous. Night till dawn. Soul Man Live, shout out to all you supporters. Hashtag space for crafts, yo. Peace and keep it luminous. Peace and keep it luminous.
This is what you're doing. This is what I want you to do. Any questions?
Did you just tell me to shut up?
Yes, you catch on straight away.
Them wheels always turning, traveling down this road of dreams, scraping myself back from homelessness, patching this heart up at the seams. Almost lost this dream I'm living before the story could ever unfold. These potholes are battle honors of how a soul can rise from the cold. A freedom alive again on this highway, paid from the lessons to be told. Finding home where least expected, living life again while out on this road. Those moments have passed, don't define me. They help to create a new mold, aiming for that path of peace and resolve, new adventures to unfold. No longer entertaining a stroll with loneliness, traveling God's country in Penticton. I can pull that sharp sliver from my chest. A freedom alive again on this highway, paid from the lessons to be told. Finding home where least expected, living life again while out on this road. From the Nanaimo to Victoria, this heart has healed. Edmonton to Calgary, lifted me back up when I've kneeled. Traveling to Bellingham with Timmy's coffee delights, spending moments with dear spirits, breathing again with the sights. A freedom alive again on this highway, paid from the lessons to be told. Finding home where least expected, living life again while out on this road. Saskatoon to Regina, with those free flowing prairies, to the lights of Winnipeg, where I get to see those I call family. New spirits to encounter around each turn and bend. A tapestry sky by the ocean, wishing for this moment to never end. A freedom alive again on this highway, paid from the lessons to be told, finding home where least expected, living life again while out on this road. Well, hello, trouble. I've been dying to see that smile. Mind if I just share your space and listen to your voice a little while? It's been a long one. Scrap the day to the 13th file. Funny how everything just disappears with that coy, mischievous smile. Those times when my storm needs calming, your hand on my chest that will survive. Your arms bring this old soldier sanctuary. There's been no better badass at my side. Sweetheart, when I think of you and all the feats you defy, can think of no better place to be every time than lost in your eyes. Appreciate you being girly and flirty with a man who has so many scars. Reading the Times, I need inspiration. Get dressed, get them sweet biscuits in the car. Time to reciprocate how much your heart provides. The thoughtfulness and consideration, your communication has changed my tide. Those times when my storm needs calming, your hand on my chest that will survive. Your arms bring this old soldier sanctuary. There's been no better badass at my side. Sweetheart, when I think of you and all the feats you defy, can think of no better place to be every time than lost in your eyes. We both know it's a balance act, doing our best to equalize the weight. Shocked every day that we found each other after our hearts had been pierced with a stake. You've earned this very special place, asking me the right questions to understand. You'll never know just how much I love being your person, your man. Those times when my storm needs calming, your hand on my chest that will survive. Your arms bring this old soldier sanctuary. There's been no better badass at my side. Sweetheart, when I think of you and all the feats you defy, can think of no better place to be every time than lost in your eyes.
I need you to promise me that you'll be on your best behavior.
I promised other people that I'd be on my worst behavior, and I gave them my word. So.
In the night I roam, a guardian of the soul, a silent wanderer through the dark and cold. I'm not in one spot for long, my path is never still. A fleeting shadow with a heart that will. From the city lights to the quiet fields, I find the ones who need their pain to heal. Like a ghost I move, a whisper in the wind, a wandering guard dog on a mission to mend. I'm not in one spot for long, no I can't stay. My journey's endless from the break of day. I'm a wandering guard dog with a purpose so strong, guiding souls through the night where they belong. Where they belong. Where they belong. Where they belong. Wander on, belong. Through the whispers of the past and the echoes of the now, I hear the cries of those who need a bow, a gentle nudge, a comforting embrace. I offer solace in this lonely place. From the mountains high to the valleys deep, I find the lost and help them to keep their dreams alive, their spirits free. You're a wandering guard dog, that's me. I'm not in one spot for long, no I can't stay. My journey's endless from the break of day. I'm a wandering guard dog with a purpose so strong, guiding souls through the night where they belong. Here they belong. Here they belong. Here they belong. Belong. In the shadows I see the light, a beacon for those in the darkest night. I'm a traveler, a friend, a guide, a wandering guard dog by your side. Through the storms, through the rain, I walk the path and bear the pain. For every soul I find a way to lift the burden and make it okay. I'm not one spot for long, my heart beats true. A wandering guard dog with a mission to pursue. From the depths of despair to the heights of hope, I'll be there to help you cope. I'm not in one spot for long, no I can't stay. My journey's endless from the break of day. I'm a wandering guard dog with a purpose so strong, guiding souls through the night where they belong. So if you feel alone and the world seems cold, remember I'm out here, a story to be told. A wandering guard dog with a heart of
You need to know that I love it here. I love this place. And when you know I'm coming here, leave me alone. Don't bother me, because I'm having a good time.
walks the line. Through shadows thick, no sun to shine. Trenches deep where echoes cry. Mental storms, they rage, they scream. But he's the spark inside the dream. Light it up, Friday on fire. Strike the match, feel the burn, take it higher. Soul ignites, no retreat, no expire. Friday on fire. Yeah. Friday on fire. His mind's a maze, no map in sight. Each step a war, each thought a fight. Chains of doubt, he breaks them twice. He stumbles, falls, but never stays. Lightning cuts through endless haze. Light it up, Friday on fire. Strike the match, feel the burn, take it higher. Soul ignites, no retreat, no expire. Friday on fire. Yeah. Friday on fire.
Yes! Hell yeah! Hey, come on, baby! Come on! Yes! Come on! Ah! Yes! Yes!
From Studio One, nestled in the heart of Calgary, welcome to Aaron Gibson's Soul Man Live.
Oh, yeah. Do it up, soul man. Do it up, soul man. Dishing up Friday joy every day that we can. Yeah. Five to the 4 to the 3 and 2 to 1. Brace for lift off, the rafters are coming undone. Gen exercising the system with different perspective, a different view, delivering universal joy that's long overdue. Hollers if you hear me. Sight up the mall. This is Aaron Gibson, Soul Man Live. Gladiator, hot, ready to explode. Groovy jukebox with speakers blasting, funk electricity pumping in the air. That pounding in your chest, emitting from within. Cue the trumpets in your solar flare. Momentum growing like a titan's wrath. Crowd building it up now. It's time to broadcast. The foot of whacking, Fred Astaire tapping, moon sliding along that floor like Michael Bublé crooning. With records scratching, your body screams it wants more. We're all hyped up. It's Friday night and the band's ready to go. Souls are shaking with the earthquake and let's get on with the show. Hollers if you hear me. Sight up the mall. This is Aaron Gibson, Soul Man Live. Gladiator, hot, ready to explode. Groovy jukebox with speakers blasting, funk electricity pumping in the air. That pounding in your chest, emitting from within. Cue the trumpets in your solar flare.
Bringing you that moment of joy in your day to ignite your inner phoenix and fly.
Yeah, here comes the intro with that soul style beat. The wait is all over now. Igniting the phoenix is what we see. Yeah. Hollers if you hear me. Psych up the mode. This is Aaron Gibson, Soul Man now. Gladiator, hot, ready to explode. Groovy jukebox with speakers blasting, funk electricity electricity pumping in the air. That pounding in your chest emitting from within. Clear the trumpets in your solar flare. Yeah!
And now it's time to put your hook hearts up and welcome your big burly hug host, Aaron Gibson.
Well, good evening, everyone. And sweet Mary Mother Pearl, my camera is again. What is going on in the house? Welcome to hashtag Jurassic Park. Not yet a sponsor of the show, but should be with the amount of stuff that happens live. Wow, happy Friday. Ooh, and I'm a little bit loud on my mic. Almost blew out my ears with that one. How's everybody doing out there? Where are you chiming in from around the world this evening? I am so stoked for tonight's special guest. It's there's a little bit of a monologue to go on before I bring him on, but I am just there's a lot to dive into this evening. So without further delay or ado, I just want to give a big shout out to Devin James, who was the announcer in my intro revision. I had him at the very beginning when I first started the show. That, you know, he just brought that late night talk show vibe to everything. And when I started the show, I literally started and still continue to remotely produce everything off of my phone when I'm on the road, wherever I'm going. Literally spent this week, hopped off a plane, and again caught extra footage for my special guest this evening to make sure that what I was bringing him was a great reciprocation and thank you for tonight's journey that he's going to share with us. So let's talk about the show for a quick second. This has not been this has not all just happened, and it's been four seasons that we've been building on this. Starting from ground zero, you can't get much further than that. Living out of your car on raw craft dinner and tuna, to all of a sudden building something that gives back to other people out there. And how have I done that? Well, when I first started off with this show, by any means necessary, I was using copyrighted music when I first started this show. And there's a thing for me that has always bugged me with doing that. And the fact is, you know what? These people have worked really hard for the music that I'm using. And yes, it is building. I'm all about the vibe, but this is still their music and this is still their vibe. So starting off that way, it came to a point where it was like, no, we've got the capability now to create our own. And AI came into my world. And of course, AI has always been a little bit a part of everything that I've done here on Soul Man Live. However, it's good to understand. Well, for me, I feel it's been good to understand that this is just a tool. It should not be replacing original creativity. And somebody is trying to call me during my live. I don't know. I know that's not my special guest because I can see him coolly and calmly in the background in the most amazing set for this evening. So I went through and I continued to build this show. And of course, through encouragement, through Document Then Act, Melissa Houston Coaching and Consulting, a dear friend as well for the last 2.5, we're almost at 3 years now. And she pushed me forward. She goes, okay, well, no more copyrighted music. There's a big push happening on certain platforms now. And for me, I felt time because it felt icky, just to be honest, to not be rewarding those that have helped me get to where I am. And she got me onto the AI and I was terrified, absolutely terrified about doing this. And so I started off simple and I put in the parameters to the AI and it spit out a song to me, but I was just like, it seemed like it was missing the heart. It seemed like it was missing the connection, the soul, the feelings that you should get behind music. And so I started to write my own lyrics. And my very first song that came out, it wasn't like, this is not, I'm not talking like chart topping songs here, but it hit the vibe that I wanted to give, which is good vibes. Happy Friday. This is the place to be, to relax. And if you yourself at home are silently struggling, and are questioning your place in this world, I want you to reach out to 988. That is available in Canada and the US. And in the UK, you can call 999 and reach out. The other half of this show, which is mental health. How do we collaborate all this? Well, we all know that music tames the savage beast. And tying in AI, of course, got me to where I'm here today. And I met our special guest. I've actually known him for a little while now because I would come and hang out at Red Crowns Pub. Shout out to Red Crowns and all the staff at Red Crowns. Appreciate you all. But he would come in, and that became my kind of refuge from trying to write some of these songs and create what I want to do. But it would get me back to that vibe, that sitting around the campfire vibe, listening to somebody very talented, spit out some good vocals, and as well deliver an energy that brings and lightens the room. You can have a good time. All I'm going to say, we're going to give a quick shout out to GMAC and the great times that we've had with him there. But Matt Beatty has really done more than show up and dedicate a portion of his time to giving back out in the world with his music and playing others' music, and creates his own. Last night, there was kind of a little wrap up. There's been a change of schedule, which has put some frowny faces, at least here, to once a month. But we were blessed to see, I believe there were 7 different singers there and creators, musicians that are all working very hard to give back. And I sat down with Matt one evening to talk about AI and really appreciated the perspective. Again, we know that AI should only be used as a tool and responsibly. So before we get any further on here, without further delay or ado, and you know that it's going to happen soon here because I got the magic pen to wave him in. Everybody at home, wherever you are, please welcome to the stage, Matt Beatty. How bad? How you doing?
Doing well. And yourself?
Fantastic.
Ooh. I think I have lost you sound-wise. Wait a moment. There you are.
There we go. See, this is what happens. Sometimes I touched the mic wire disconnected, then the StreamYard notification said, "Hey, you just lost your mic." And I was like, I understand that. Cool hand signals. Speaking of cool hand signals, I just want to say hi to everybody in the comments that is showing up right now. I just know that Matt is on a very tight schedule here, and so we're kind of busting through. Normally, I give a shout out to everybody, so I'm just going to say hi to everyone in the comments. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting them this evening. But let's get on to Matt. So where, again, my friend, are you chiming in from this evening?
I'm in a small town outside of Calgary called Mossley, and there is a campground called Aspen Crossing. They have trains and campsites. They've actually built a whole lake out here, restaurants. It's quite a great spot, and it's only about 40 minutes from the south end of Calgary. And one of the fun places that they have out here is because it's got the train theme. They run train excursions along their track. They have a Polar Express, so it's a winter themed one where they take you to the North Pole. Halloween, they have the Train of Terror, they have dining cruises, all sorts of trains, all sorts of different events. But one of the fun ones is they've got these cabooses that they have retrofitted into, camping sites, or basically just a hotel room. And I had never had a chance to stay in one. And I just happened to offhandedly say that, boy, that would be fun to stay in one of those cabooses. They've just opened a new bar called the Aspen Outpost, which is just on the highway, and it's actually in the town of Mossley. So now they're running that as well, and we're going to be in there. Myself and my musical friend, we're doing our group Double Suede out there tonight, and my flippant offhand comment, they said, well, yeah, sure. Why don't you stay in a caboose? So I'm out here with my wife, and it's absolutely as fantastic as you think it could be.
Well, shout out to your other half. Thank you for being here this evening and allowing us to scoop him for this quick little interview. Matt, how long have you been an artist? How long have you touched that guitar?
Um, well, longer than that. I started playing, picking up drums around the house as a kid, and did that a little bit. That was kind of the first thing I would say I was doing. And when I got into junior high, which was the moment you were allowed to pick an instrument, um, I didn't go for drums just because I kind of thought I already played them. um, and ended up picking up a saxophone. So I did 3 years and played a variety of saxophones. Got to high school, and at that point, I didn't join the band program. And I had whatever was going on in life. All of a sudden, I was kind of ostracized from my high school group of friends, and I was in an area where there was all these new kids, and they were listening to music, and I was not quite listening to the same stuff. But when it came to talking about guitars, all of a sudden it was like, well, I've got guitars. My dad is a musician, so I had guitars laying around. Well, I got guitars, and I started, playing guitar, and I started doing that, and um, that was just another expression point because I realized I was taking art classes and I was doing those things. I was artistic in that way, and the music at that point uh, just became that next part, and that was through high school, learning to play and meeting different friends, and that was the basic start. Flash forward that I kind of didn't do much with it for a while. I was interested in just working and other things, but I still played. But what I held on to was the idea of just playing original music. And when I hit 30, all of a sudden I'd kind of joined my first cover band. And within a very short period of time, I managed to get fired from all my real jobs. Um, and because my father had made a career playing music, it made sense in how to do it. So I just adapted very fast. And within, I think it was May, I had my first show. By the end of that calendar year, I was playing full time. And it's kind of just gone from there. Um, but I would say, to go back to your question, the way that you worded it, the artistic journey, because I was playing an instrument and because I was in a cover band, the one thing I found is I pushed away all the original components and I was focusing on the job. And that's been a real change. It took me a lot of years now. And I say COVID was a great bit for that, where all of a sudden I realized I needed to get in touch with that part and started really pushing original content. And that's been a great reset to understand the difference between working a job with a guitar and expressing myself with a guitar. So that's a long answer for a very short question.
It's all good. No, that's how we roll around here, man. Like I told you the other night, this is very laid back. This is all organic. So, all right. So the couple things that I want to take from what you were just talking about. All right. So artists that were inspiring you back in that time, you said that you kind of weren't listening to the same things as everybody else. What kind of things were you listening to? Was it like Jim Croce? Was it?
Oh, nothing like that. That would be all the stuff that my dad would have listened to because he was playing. As I was becoming aware, acoustic music. It was all the Van Morrison, Jim Croce, all anything with an acoustic guitar, James Taylor. That was his nutshell. And so when I was listening to it, I was doing the standard rebelling against. So my arguments with my dad would be I was listening to the first wave of rap and hip hop. So that's where you're listening to the Beastie Boys right off the bat, and listening to things that were slightly different. And when high school really hit, then all of a sudden it was much more into punk and metal because all the kids that I gravitated towards at that point were all the heavy metal guys. So the things at that point would have been, Metallica before they really hit big, and Slayer, Anthrax, SOD, the Dead Kennedys. So all of that. But in and amongst all of those things, my actual listening things tends to be fairly more concise pop oriented. And I mean pop by tight song structures, melodic, that hit you. So the things that have stuck with me would be the blues community. Stevie Ray Vaughan was a big influence, but Huey Lewis and the News, that level of pop, I love all that stuff. And that's probably where I lie more now, is listening to things that are tight, simple, melodic, and fun.
Hashtag Gen X. Hashtag Gen X. Good times, good times. All right, my friend. So let's, pardon me. I'm just getting back from Vancouver, so I'm still dehydrating here back in Calgary. Let's do a little what's referred to on live streaming as mukbanging. Or sorry, no, muck sloshing. Muck sloshing. That's what Nancy Deborah Barrows called it. Which is literally drinking live while you're live streaming. All right. So there we go. We just did a little bit of live streaming education there. All right, let's dive into it. Let's get right into it. So if you could please, it's always easy to talk about the good things that AI has done, and I really appreciated the way that we had that conversation last night. Let's talk a little bit about, again, the ripple that AI, if it's not used carefully and not used in an appropriate fashion to keep that reciprocal kind of thing, that it can potentially hurt original creativity and hurt, obviously, jobs, those that are working really hard to create their own original music. So if you could explain just a few things of kind of like some experiences that you've heard about that have impacted, AI impacting your world.
Well, that's
You're unfiltered here, man. You're in a safe space.
Well, no, the impact of AI at that point, the conversation, it's not as simple as pointing to one thing,
Mhm.
because AI and the use of the technology is an extension of other parts of, say, creativity in art. And I'm trying to find a good example. Like there was and I can't remember the name of the artist. It's like he kind of came out of a period of the Andy Warhol / Banksy movement, and especially within Banksy being an artist. So he was doing things that were street level, and this guy, I wish I had his name on the top of my head, but he got these great ideas, and he rose so far up in his realm and people knowing him that he would just farm out his ideas. He would say, I have an idea for this, da, 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 and then people would go and do it. Now that equally is kind of what AI is. To have an idea and put it into something that creates the idea via the parameters. So AI is just the computer version of, a group of 5 people in Nashville writing a song together, where an artist comes in and goes, I want to write a song about my dog. And they sit there and they come up with this thing. So that's multiple inputs. So, I don't want to sound like I'm down on AI in that capacity, because it is, as you put it before, it's a tool to be used. Where I get more frightened by it is somebody using the tool as the be all end all, and then on the grassroots of it. Because sometimes I think when an artist is developing and they're kind of in a small spot, whether it's even me, if I turn to AI to address an issue I'm having with a song, and it is giving me an answer, it is giving me a path to go in a different direction that has already been made, as opposed to waiting for me to make maybe the happy mistake where all of a sudden something absolutely brand new comes out. Total uniqueness, even though whatever I write is not unique, is unique to me and will come out in its own way. If I use somebody else's input in that, then it is not unique at that point. And I think it makes and takes away some of what we have as artists and what other artists have, that ability to create something that is totally from you, you know. And I should go back one step and say everything in me, it comes out the same way it does in AI. Everything's been put into AI in order to come out the same way it does into me. So I'm my own hard drive, and that too. But that idea for an emerging person, an emerging artist, a kid or whatever, to have AI make a shortcut might eliminate all the good stuff that comes out from bashing your head against the wall. Leonard Cohen writing Hallelujah, you know, for as long as he did, as many versions, if he had AI to help him, maybe he would have spit it out quicker. Would it have been the same? I don't think so. So there's a lot to go into the whole concept of what AI can do, and ultimately what we should be slightly scared about is it taking the place of that part of our brain, our part of our soul coming out, because it is just the accumulation of knowledge that has already happened. So
well, I'm not, and when you're here, my friend, again, everybody here knows that this is a safe space to discuss yourself open, and we do a compliment sandwich here. And I'm going to talk about some of the negative things that I've seen from AI too. I don't let anybody sink by themselves. I always stand strong with whoever. And again, I have seen negative things. I have watched people cheat through school. They get parameters for their school project and literally put those parameters into Chat GPT and then get a passing grade, and have not done any sort of original thought, kind of creativity, kind of the stuff that we grew up as Gen Xers, which is we had maybe a calculator if we were lucky. And if you're really cool, you got one of the new glass calculators, like you could see through it, right? I've watched people just use it to kind of get them by, right? It's like they're stabbing into an area, but they don't really want to invest in researching. So, for example, for me in skilled trades, right, they just, rather than talking to a skilled trades person and getting multiple kind of views, and that's why I say AI, good luck ever replacing a skilled trades person, because there is always a different situation every single time. Yes, it can compile up all those situations together, but it takes a certain parameter to put, again, all those pieces together to make sure that you're making a good decision for your customer, making sure you're being observant to looking outside of what's been delivered in those parameters. So when we show up for a no heat call, we're not just showing up and repairing the repair. We're taking a quick look at the flame sensor. We're looking at the actual operation. We're listening for any extra noise, taking an amp shot. Like, AI is not going to do that. So, like I said, we don't let everybody sink by themselves around here. So I appreciate everything that you did say, and it is very accurate. Again, it boils down to that original creativity of our own minds. Now,
And
go ahead.
It will be interesting too, because within the concept of how you're talking about trades, there is a certain level of mathematical components that AI will be able to deliver so much faster than we will. I mean, as you said,
Oh, absolutely.
You remember a calculator. The generation before didn't get a calculator. You know, the tools that we have now, it's available to everybody. So there's not necessarily the point of certain levels of math if you're not going to use it. And within the education system now, if somebody has not got the ability, you know, gifted or not, to do math, they're never going to use it, you know. And if they go to a job that might need it, they will still be using. You're always checking against the artificial, as long as we've had a calculator, that's a version of AI. And the technical side of it is the scary part, because it will overtake, because it is computationally going to be so much more. You know, when it comes to that, I won't even go into your area of expertise, but I definitely, the moment I saw AI and some of the gadgets that are already available, I'm like, at what point is it going to revolutionize medicine in a way that we can't even understand now? Because if I'm wearing, a watch and it's connected to me with my pulse, and maybe it's even one more connection and it's got my blood, all of these things could be monitored so fast and gone through the databases that it takes. It's checking things so much quicker than a doctor can, because the doctor's not 24/7 and it is not computing. So at what point does the AI take over almost from a medical practitioner? Alleviating our strain on that. Driving a car, they're doing this now. At a certain point, AI will just drive the car and it will be better. But then there's a million questions that come from it. But those things seem to make sense.
Self-driving cars are already out there.
Yeah. No, but
all right, like,
but the technology is almost to the point now where the real hard questions come. When we start saying, let's eliminate actual human drivers because the AI will do it. And that is an inevitability at a certain, especially if we go to the Jetsons. I mean, we're living technically in this year. This is the Jetsons. We're supposed to be in flying cars, or at least a flying skateboard like Back to the Future. But if people are going to be flying in a car, we can't let everybody fly. People are horrible. There's got to be rules. I think that's going to be the big thing, is once AI takes over fully, that's what a flying car will look like. It's not us driving it. It's somebody else. And it will be, then you have to revamp your insurance industry. You have to revamp how it's a lot of things. And that's the most interesting thing about AI. And this, what you started with, and in 4 years, it's 100% different. Watching social media, we talked about AI as being something and started doing little videos and for fun. Everybody tried something, but now it's so into the universe that every time you're looking at, like, I'm a history kid. I love listening to or seeing a historical thing come up. So now these the memes that pop up, the social media videos, all seem to have these live components, and this is all fake, but you can't tell. And the fake anything, it's just so everywhere, and it's hard to see past it. And in the political realm that we have, that creation is creating a lot of problems, because as we don't know, and the majority of people are like us, we can't tell, and it's going to get scary. Take that comment and put it towards arts, and that's the fear, is we can't tell.
Yeah. The inevitable thing is that it's here. There is no getting rid of it at this point. How are we going to evolve with it? Are there going to be boundaries put into it? And I feel that, yes, there should be some limitations, definite limitations as to where it should be going. But I mean, we already know how well people follow rules. Look how well people read signs on roads right now. So
Yeah.
not knocking the world, but we need to be a little bit more attentive and awake. So I'm just noticing the time, my friend. And so I want to get back to kind of the positives that have happened. Obviously, you've got a little bit of my story. We've got people out there where getting started to get up to a point. Now, for me, I am so excited. I gotta say, from me to you, and I maybe I have said it to you, is I cannot wait until I get to a point, and I'm just gonna put the ripple out there. We're gonna manifest this one. We're gonna get all witchy going on. I cannot wait till I can actually turn to a live musician and say, guess what? I would love to hire you as part of my band for my show. I'm making enough sponsorship and all those other little lovely things to help support others, and I would love to have you come on and be one of the creators where I can finally step away from songwriting, because I've been there, and I've spent up to a week, sometimes 2 weeks, writing a song, going back and going back and going back, and I'm finally just learning, like, just leave well enough alone and getting some good results. So for you, what do you feel are some of the perks right now that are kind of benefiting you from AI, as our kind of wrap up before we show you what I have written for you?
I'm probably not taking a lot of advantages of anything AI myself because of my own personal feelings about trying to be as creative. As I mentioned before, when I started putting together my issue with working and not understanding what I was giving away, where I wasn't playing from my heart, or I wasn't doing, call it what you want. I was just working and I wasn't doing anything creative at that point. I was, in that reset, being creative became something that was important to me. So for me, one of the happiest moments I have is just sitting around my kitchen table and I have a guitar in my hand and something comes out. And all of a sudden I'm writing something. That is, to me, that is just such a moment of absolute joy that, and it's only for me. There's nobody there. Then I can take that forward and I can play it. And to all of a sudden play a song that you did there and have somebody dancing to it or tapping their foot or singing it, or hearing it on a radio. Those are amazing things to have happen. So I've been very reluctant to try to do anything where I would be augmented by an AI. That is not to say I have not gone online to rhyming dictionaries when I'm stumped for a word and and I'm looking for something different. Yes. And that is a version of AI. I'm well aware of that. That is a calculator. That is what you do. Um, but from the music standpoint, because I write music and I write melodies and I write lyrics, the whole thing comes together. So I haven't had to do that. Where AI should benefit me if I was smarter and less lazy would
No
be,
judgment here, man. No judgment.
well, I'm
Not
saying it
on
for
you.
myself.
I've met you.
Yeah, to get into the programs that do your social media updates for you, AI calendars, AI that is filling in forms for you when you're applying for a grant. There's so many of those programs that are available right now, and the what that AI is doing for me is it's probably replacing hours of my own time spent, noodling on my phone to update or writing things down, and that kind of, for me, is about that line because I will have to do that or I would hire somebody to do that. I don't, I don't necessarily want to replace somebody, but it's like until I can do somebody else, I have to do it. And it's, it's a bit of a scary thing because I don't want somebody to lose their job somewhere along the way. And I mean, there are people who make a living writing grants, but some jobs do go. Some jobs do go away, and usually they're the ones that are on the technical side. There's just the filling in a form, doing that, and you know, we have had so many things in our history where all of a sudden a job just goes away because there's something new. So we're seeing the beginning of it. But I mean, even what was it when the Beatles came along? Or no, it wasn't the Beatles. Pardon me. When Elvis came along, it was a ripple effect within a year that like 50% of the hat stores where they sold the fedoras all went out of business because everybody stopped wearing hats because of Elvis. You know, when Buddy Holly and the Beatles are coming along, all of a sudden you have bands writing their own songs, and that put out songwriters were out of a job. So we see this all the time. I just don't want to myself take out the creative aspect of it. I don't mind somebody pumping my gas, but I mean, if I drive up and a machine just goes in, it's uh, that's just
That's
the
a
new.
creature comfort.
It's the new assembly line. We have
Hmm.
assembly lines. We have the Industrial Revolution. We're still going through this, and the line that I would like to say that I'm worried with AI is just art. Whether a machine can draw a picture for us, or whether a machine can, you know, edit our photo, whether a machine can do this, that's where we should be kind of being most worried about it. Is that is the art is really the only thing that humans give to the world and that's what we are, is that going to work and doing that. Those are all parts of the functions, but building architecture, knitting a quilt, the things that come out of that is what we pass along. Those are our heirlooms. That's what makes us a society. That's what makes us humans.
And there's been so many perks for me. Again, being able to give sound to the lyrics that I'm writing, and being able to this thing is like the coolest encyclopedia now. It's like, okay, I need to know a little bit about this, or setting up helping to set up like single parents who are dealing with like an autistic child, helping to set up schedules for them so that they're helping to improve their lives. So there's a lot of good pros out there. Speaking of which, writing this song, I actually, I'll send you I was like, do I send him the lyrics tonight or do I send him the lyrics tomorrow? It is yours to keep, my friend. Everything that you receive here tonight, I will be sending you a link, this copy of the video, and the lyrics are all yours to keep in your memorabilia or use as you see fit for whatever you want to use it for. It's our gift to say thank you back. So without further delay or ado, and we're going to drop down the comments here. Hold on a sec. Just going to turn this off so that everybody can see everything, and we're going to drop the banner down so we got a little bit bigger review. Welcome, Matt, to your mental health break montage.
Of the night.
Oh, I did this last time. Hold on a second. That's my bad because I didn't remove the previous screen. That's my bad. All right, let's try this again.
In the heart of the night, under the city light, I find my rhythm, I find my mind. A melody's call, a siren song, pulls me closer all night long. With every beat, with every strum, I'm lifted up from where I've come. This is more than just a sound. It's a world I found, it's hollow ground. I love to make music, it's a wild ride. Each note a sweet symphony. In the music I reside, lost in the chords of that heartfelt jam. That's who I am, that's who I am. From the strings of my soul to the tips of my fingers flows a river, no need for triggers. In the silence before the storm, there's a magic in this form. Every note, a story told of dreams and fears, bold and cold. But when the music starts to play, all the darkness fades away. I love to make music, it's a wild ride. Each note a sweet symphony. In the music I reside, lost in the chords of that heartfelt jam. That's who I am, that's who I am. Through the highs and through the lows, music carry like the wind blows. It's a journey, an endless flight, guiding me from dark to light. With each verse, with each line, I pour my heart one last time. And as the final note descends, a new beginning without ends. I love to make music, it's a wild ride. Each note a sweet symphony. In the music I reside, lost in the chords of that heartfelt jam. That's who I am, that's who I am. So here I stand in the spotlight's glow. With the music I'll never let go. For in every note, in every chord, I find my home, my true reward.
For you, my friend, thank you for keeping that original creativity going, for making those smiles every time that you show up to a performance, and just keeping that originality vibe in our world.
I like that I could look at some of that video and go, man, that cable was giving me a hell of a time coming out of the bag, and you got a video of me go, ah! Most mundane part of my job celebrated in a montage. Perfect.
It's through the good and the bad. I try to catch the good and the bad. There's always those moments, and we can never be fully prepared for them. We just know how to respond to them when they happen.
I'm so glad there was no plumber shot. Like that. I'm so happy.
Well, I hope your wife enjoys it too. There'll be a copy made available for you on YouTube as well for
Wonderful.
forever. It sits out there forever now.
And for anybody, out there, I quickly checked the comments room. I was hoping I could kind of watch it differently, but like I was looking at people from all over the world. That's great. And I think Rhode Island was the one that caught my attention. So hello, Rhode Island. But for anybody watching that too, all of a sudden there was another guy who jumped in and was saying, "That's my dad." So when I referenced him being a musician, he still is. It's not like that stopped. So that video was the two of us singing together, and it's always terribly fun. So it's nice seeing that in the montage as well. So
Did you see how quickly I jumped up out of that damn chair to get that footage when you two got up there? I was like, oh, he's on his way up.
I don't remember you leaving, but I know that you must have left because you would have had a video, because what you missed was one of my kids got up too. So we had three generations on stage. So you might have missed it by moments.
Yes, because I was like, I got to get together and I've got to put this footage into the actual song that I've created. Thank you so much, Matt. But before we let you go, before we wrap everything up, where can people find you? Where can people get a hold of you? Do you have a website?
I do. I have a website, which is just my name as it is there, .ca, which just indicates that I'm not the most popular one in North America, just in Canada. I think the mattbeatty.com is a rap artist in Los Angeles, I believe. So mattbeatty.ca, and then it's all on the Facebooks and the Instagrams. I think on the website it has a bunch of links to that, and then you've got my original release, which is basically a folk album with elements of blues and jazz all mixed together, but it's just myself and a guitar playing everything. And then there's the access to the original rockabilly style band that I have. They're called Double Suede, and that's doubleswade.com. And I love that group. It's so much fun. That's the one I'm playing with tonight. And then for anybody who's interested in some happy Christmas music, there's a couple in there. You get your Christmas episode. We got the song, you're down in your studio in Calgary. It's Christmas in Calgary. So nothing better than a Calgary Christmas song.
Epic. Hashtag love my hometown.
Yes, me too.
All right. So one last question. What is new? What is big? What is coming down the line for you in the future? Where can people find you? What kind of performances are you doing? You're doing one tonight?
Yeah. So I'm out here tonight, and I'm, for anybody from Rhode Island again, I'm not anywhere close to there, but for the next little while, the big things will be just based within Calgary and Alberta. I do play tomorrow at a barbecue joint downtown in Calgary. I do play a show with my father in Jasper the following week, which is always, or not Jasper, pardon me, Lake Louise, which is always a wonderful spot to go. You should have seen the video of that one. I would have been showing you the mountains there. It's beautiful. So kind of all over the place like that. And then I'm hoping to figure out a chance to get down to maybe Turks and Caicos and do a couple of weeks playing some shows there. And
Buffett time.
Yeah, I just got back from Quebec City with a group called High Step and Daddy, and had a great time there for Winter Carnival. And then we'll be doing Grey Cup shows and Stampede shows here in Calgary. So it's just a lot of it. Yeah.
Well, keep me in the loop, my friend. And thank you so much for joining us this evening and just sharing a little bit about you and helping me to break down a very challenging topic where we can talk about it on both sides of the fence and come out to understanding that, yeah, we've got it in our world. We've just got to understand how we're going to move forward with it.
Absolutely.
So thank you. And I'm going to put you back into the green room so that you can get back on with your evening, so that you can get off to your performance if you need to, just start getting set up. I don't want to ever step on your toes. Just thank you so much for being here tonight, Matt.
Yeah, and thank you everybody. I love the community side. We did an online show for a while and it was so fun to see people in the comments every week. So bless everybody in there. So fantastic. I love that. So look forward to seeing you again down the road.
Oh, can't wait, my friend. Can't wait. All right, gonna drop you back into that green room. Have a great evening and a even better weekend. Holy zoom up, and yeah, my camera. What is going on? We gotta go a little bit this way and a little bit that way. Oh, it was a stormy night at sea. We finally finished it off close enough to being level. Thank you, Matt, for being here. If you do get a chance to see him perform, please do. Here in Calgary and region. All right. Great cat. He brings a lot of soul and just energy behind each one of his performances with a great sense of humor. So please check him out. Other than that, you know what time it is. It is time to throw that outro out there and say thank you to everybody that has been showing up in those comments. I see you, Kinga. I see you, Coach Carey. I see you, Mike and Peter Muller, Kenneth Dunner. I seen you, Melissa Houston. I seen you, Nikki. Nikki was in here earlier, and Leslie Flowers, and of course, Sia was in the house as well. Make sure you guys are checking out Sia's Mildly Obsessed with Stay Kids, and I'm allowed to say it now because I've been inducted into Stay Kids world. Hashtag love the Stay Kids. Hashtag K-pop. Thank you, everybody, for spending this evening every Friday with us and showing your support and showing your love and appreciating everybody that we're bringing on the show. We have some great things coming down the line next week. Another Calgary local and vocal artist. Kayla will be coming on, and that is also the night that we will be having the DJ versus DJ battle. So tonight we're going to wrap up early. Yeah, I might show up after the outro. I don't know. We'll leave it up. We'll leave it up to the outro. How about that?
Soul man, shining bright, lighting up the darkest night, helping those in silent fight, sending hugs big and tight. Shine your light, oh so bright, spread love, make it right. Soul man, you ignite, open every heart, take flight. Spotlight on the broken soul, making wounded spirits whole, embracing all, making them whole. Your kindness, a shining gold. Shine your light, oh so bright, spread love, make it right. Soul man, you ignite, open every heart, take flight. Let your love be the guide, in you all fear subside. Together we'll stand with pride, your warmth a healing tide. Shine your light, oh so bright, spread love, make it right. Soul man, you ignite, open every heart, take flight. Let your love be the guide, in you all fears subside.
Together we'll stand with pride. Your warmth, a healing tide. Shine your light, oh so bright. Spread love, make it right. Soul man, you ignite. Open every heart, take flight.
Oh my God, Peter Clark showed up. Hey, brother, great to see you. All right, you lovely luminous souls, go out there, enjoy your weekend, be safe, take care of one another, and remember, big burly hugs, yo. Bye.